Hi everyone and welcome back to another episode of Alice torturing herself, because I wanna be done with this game. I am gonna try to power through this as quickly as fucking possible so we can move on to the good Dragon Ages and rejuvenate our souls, or whatever it's called. So without further ado, sit down, grab the popcorn, and enjoy my suffering. Let's begin. The Grand Necropolis. Let's see if it's everything we wished for. I actually have no idea how the Grand Necropolis is supposed to look, so this is gonna be interesting. Why is Bellara here?
But no sign of the professor.
I hope he's here and that he doesn't mind us disturbing him. He is a senior necromancer. I don't... Oh!
Excuse me. That's a goofy as fuck skeleton.
Visitors! What a marvelous surprise! Any trouble with the lift? Our last guests were stuck for hours. Poor souls.
Huh.
Oh,
Excuse me.
Professor Emmrich Volkaren. Oh,
Why does he look like, No, I don't watch. I don't know if this... don't come after me, okay? I genuinely don't know if it's Marvel or if it's, like, the other thing. But he looks like the, the wizard guy. Is it Doctor Strange? He looks like him. If he was a cartoon character. I'm sure you guys know who I mean. I genuinely don't know what his name is, but he looks like that guy from either Marvel or if it is Avengers. I don't know. Don't come after me in the comments. I genuinely don't know.
of the Morn Watch.
Hello, Professor. We've never met, well, in person, but I've been writing to you.
Bellara, my dear girl, what a pleasure. Surely you didn't come all this way just to see me.
So why does he look younger than me?
Actually, we did. You see, we need a Fade expert.
Emmrich.
Charmed.
Neat skull helmet, I guess?
I liked that bit with the flaming skull.
It's nothing, really. Just an evocation of the flame of the last steps.
Looks great.
Thank you. You know, I'm never quite sure how these spells strike someone from outside Navarra. I'd be pleased to continue our conversation after I tend to some small business here.
Huh?
I must investigate. Would you two mind accompanying me further into the shrouded halls?
Toward that screaming?
Something's gone awry in this part of the necropolis, Rook. The dead stir more easily than they should.
I mean, I have nothing against him being all nice and stuff. I can guess that a necropolis person would probably be kind of goofy. But does he have to look like he's a smooth baby? If he's supposed to be old, make him look old, gruffy.
Strange. These halls should be under the protection of the bell.
Is that a despair demon?
They shouldn't be able to breach the shrouded halls at all.
Take your word for it.
Really? God whales. Oh, okay. God, okay. Sure.
Why that spirit manifested here?
Lead the way, Professor.
Yeah, that doesn't scream ominous. For boss fight.
There's undead here.
We may need to defend ourselves depending on their condition.
I hate it as like a surround sound. I don't know how
Haven't
to
fought
fix
undead in a
that.
while.
I'm afraid sometimes the weaker dead work themselves into frenzies. Poor things.
Doors open. Where to now?
Should lead us to the upper chambers, where we can free the bell. There's someone I'd like to consult with on the way.
So, Professor,
Please.
you weren't that surprised we need a fate expert.
The spirits talk. Even the simplest have been clamoring about chaos in the Fade. Someone coming to consult wasn't an if, so much as a when. This is where we'll learn who summoned these despair spirits.
But how?
You must open yourself to possibilities while in the necropolis.
What if I don't want to?
Lighting those braziers, Rook.
What if I don't want to?
This should unseal our final pass to the bell. It's best we unchain it quickly. The sunken star will drive away despair. Any malicious spirit that hears the tolling of the bell will be banished to the Fade.
Demons is extra fancy down here.
It's one of the specialities of the necromantic arts. One of our better known ones, perhaps.
I think most people know about the undead stuff.
Excellent. Approach the body and we'll begin.
Why though?
By seal and flame, who brought despair in our midst? Despair? Who brought it here? The Venatori. Of course. This way, please.
What did you just do?
The colloquial term is corpse whispering, a gift that manifested with my magic.
Wow.
Honestly, I've no idea how the other Watchers navigate the necropolis without it.
Hello? Did the Venatori bring you here?
They said I'd spilled the wine too many times. That I'd be a better sacrifice than slave.
You are in Navarra, sir. There are no slaves on our soil. Please remain here. After we've seen to the rest of the Venatori, I'll send for someone to escort you above.
Oh, all right.
Like my
Whose
issue.
Venatori dragged that man down here just to die?
The Watchers will shelter him. We'll inquire if he has any family in Minrathous. As for the Venatori, what remains of them will be put to work.
My issue with the game right now is that they feel like they pushed out the story so that we met the characters and not pushed out the story so that we cared about the characters. They expect us to care about them from the start, and there's really no build up to anything. It's just like, here's this character, you immediately get thrown into this thing, you're expected to care about what happens to them or people around them, which you have no connection to at all, which makes it that you truly just, like I am right now, I'm a little bit sick, so that's also why I'm like a sack of potatoes just sitting here. But like, I feel nothing. Because there was no build up. It's just immediately meet character, immediately go on a quest with character, and expected to like character. Like, sure, I'm actually enjoying Emmrich more than any of the other characters so far. But I think that's because he's not trying to be something else. He is goofy, and that's exactly what he's trying to be. Well, not goofy per se, but he what you hear and what you see is what you get. He isn't annoying like Belara. He isn't I will defend my honor like the other guy we saved in the last stream. Like, he definitely isn't like fucking Neve or Tosh. So yeah, I feel like Emmrich and Harding, I'm okay with them. But I still don't feel much for Emmrich.
Right.
Someone need to tell me how. Excuse, am I here on my own? I don't know, thought so. Someone needs to tell me how I fix this fucking weird audio thing, because I still haven't figured out what I've done wrong. Is that the bell?
There's one chain.
Kill them all, but save the...
Got it! End it quick! This cannot be! Didn't even know what hit him.
I mean, they kinda did, but okay.
There! Take him out!
Will I now?
That's the last chain.
To ring the bell.
But there's a chest here. Okay, I guess time to ring the bell.
Be ready. The ritual to wake the bell will draw Despair's attention.
And
Okay.
any more Venatori.
I'll need you to keep them occupied while I work.
There's the Venatori.
Emmrich, now what?
Now, the land necropolis shows itself.
Wow, those despair
Okay.
demons vanished.
Pretty impressive.
Thank you, but come, let's ensure these cultists didn't leave anything dangerous behind. Ask our attendants to gather their bodies later, of course.
I mean,
And
they kinda
this
did.
is a severed hand.
It can't be. A hand of glory? The Venatori should never have this. I must find out where it came from.
Okay. Okay.
Let me know when you'd like to return to the chambers above.
I mean, yeah, let's go.
Let's get back to the lighthouse.
You can tell me why you've sought out a Fade expert on the way?
That was a question. You can tell me why you sought out the fate expert on the way. Or on the way. Not
I know,
on the way.
it's a lot. But I swear we've seen the blighted elven gods ourselves.
It would explain recent oniric disruptions.
At the least. The implications of what Rook's witnessed are... Ah, thank you, Manfred.
I've seen everything now. Tea, that's nice.
No one ever brings me tea after I slog through a haunted crypt.
My assistant, Manfred. Always thoughtful.
The heck?
You spoke of danger to the Fade.
What are you?
The elven gods plan to tear it wide open to get to the blight. And they've already messed with it. Demons, tears in reality. Our team needs a Fade expert.
Many watchers never depart Navara. But with events so dire,
I'd be delighted to assist.
It has been many years since you left us.
Well, yes, but elven gods, ancient magics. I couldn't bear miss this. Besides, I've spent my life exploring the Fade and speaking to spirits. If Rook needs an expert, none are better qualified than I.
Promise you'll bring Alfred and we have a deal.
Only if your assistant's coming.
Manfred? But of course.
Welcome aboard.
Wonderful.
I
I'll
actually don't
gather
like
my
the
things.
skeleton.
Come, Manfred.
How can you make a sound, your skeleton?
The grand necropolis was at peace again, and Emmrich was off to a new adventure. But in Navarra, nothing stays down for long. The Venatori had unearthed something no one should have, and delivered it to the worst possible person. Emmrich's journey would soon bring him face to face with the gloaming lantern.
Okay, so before they can continue talking here, I have started to realize another issue that I've been glossing over, which is the fact that it feels like they're trying to set up that every single companion has their own villain. You understand what I mean? Like it's like because after every time we meet someone, or as in Harding's case, Harding gets her powers revealed, it also comes out that there's like, but they never knew what they were up against, or they never knew who found out about them until later. And I'm like, what? Huh? What do you mean? What's happening? What's going on? Why? Why? What is going on? Seriously. Like, I don't understand why it feels like they're trying to give every single companion a villain. Because it doesn't, like... I don't know who's the bad guy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. In the end, it's probably gonna be me. I'm the bad guy. Or the most insane person who still plays this game. I don't know. None of the two.
What the Venatori ultimately intended with their incursions into the necropolis worries me.
Why is she walking in slow
Whether or
motion?
not it was directed by the gods, the timing serves them well. Chaos, I fear, is their ally.
With this, Demeter's Crossing and the Blighted Dragons, and everything else we're all dealing with, feels like we're at war. A lot of little wars.
It feels like we are at war. You don't say. If you can call this a fucking war, Balara, you're so stupid. I swear to God. I don't like any of these. I don't like any of these options at all. There should be another option here being like, wow, you figured that out now? This is just gonna be like, well, that's reassuring. At least they're tiny. No, it should be like, wow, you figured it out now? Who would have thought?
So instead of one giant fight, we have a lot of smaller ones. I bet that won't make things any easier.
The gods have made bargains with the worst people in Thedas, offered them all power. And it's not as though the Antam or Venatori will care about the price.
So how do we fight back then?
We don't have an army, but we do have allies, like the Veil Jumpers.
After Demeter's Crossing, it's personal for them.
I might be back in the Crow's good books after we saved Treviso.
You impressed Viago. That is quite a challenge on its own.
Also, Lady Morrigan requested a meeting at the Cobbled Swan in Minrathous.
Could she have found some trace of the gods?
Probably. Morrigan doesn't visit crowded taverns for fun.
I also heard from Grey Wardens out in the Hossberg wetlands, Antoine and Evka. Something strange is happening with the Blight there. I bet it involves the gods.
Okay. Any specifics?
Any details on the blight in the wetlands?
Antoine said he didn't write it down.
Why not?
Either he didn't trust someone else wouldn't read the note, or he didn't want us to panic.
How's the first warden?
The first warden didn't seem impressed the last time we met.
I heard he told you to piss up a rope.
Will he be in the wetlands?
I don't keep track, but he can't stop you from asking a few questions, if we're fast enough.
Good at lead as we got, I guess.
Gillenane has laid low since we hurt her dragon.
We didn't even
But the blight
scratch it.
spreads rot wherever the gods go.
And no one's better at tracking blight than wardens.
Morrigan and those wardens feel like our best leads on finding the gods.
Are they really gods? Or just ancient mages? It's not clear.
They're gods.
Shut the fuck up.
Or the closest damn thing to them.
Nev, you're back.
Yeah, I am.
Then get back to work.
Good. We're discussing our next move. Sounds like we're headed to the Hosberg wetlands.
This sounds like a very nice...
Oh, this is Tosh, our new dragon hunter. And Professor Emmrich Volkaren, our fate expert.
Hey.
Charmed.
Yes, charmed.
Right. Not everyone has met.
So you're a dragon hunter? Mirathus could have used you.
What's going on?
Back home? What isn't? Look, you made an impossible call without enough information. I get it. It's the corner the gods put us in. It just might take time to shake off.
You are back though, right?
Yeah, Belle. I'm back.
Is she trying to give me to feel bad for her? Because I'm not. I am not. I'm sorry, Neve. Fuck you. Well, don't leave again.
Can I trust you to see this through? I can't have you leaving again. I need everyone here. Whatever it takes.
After what happened to Mirathus, I've got even more reason to go after the gods. If anyone's got a shot at this, it's the people here. I'm still on the job. Count on it.
Great. Let's follow up on some leads.
I'll let Lady Morrigan know we're ready to meet.
I'll send word to Antoine and Evka. They're holed up in a town called Lavendale.
Everyone else should rest up. Be ready to move when I call.
Sure.
Never easy, is it, kid?
What do you mean?
Making the big choices, then living with the consequences.
I haven't had much training.
Feels like stopping two gods isn't the kind of thing that should get handed to a fresh leader. Though someone needs to be in charge, right? Everyone's looking to me for answers. I have to be ready to give them.
So
even when I'm not
bad.
certain.
And that's why I recruited you, Rook. I knew you could fill my shoes.
This is so bad.
Anyway, you've got a meeting with Morrigan to attend, and dealing with whatever the wardens found. All this chatting is taking it out of me. Think I'll rest for a bit. Good work, Rook. You'll find your way through this. I know it.
The writing is so... There's nothing saving this game. Oh, the writing is so bad. I don't understand. Oh, it makes me tired. It makes me yawn. Drawing on his necromantic powers, Emmrich banished the despair demons infesting the shrouded halls and drove out the invading Venatori. Learning that malevolent ancient gods are causing chaos in the Fade, the professor joined the team to help stop these mystical threats to creation. Unknowns to him, the Venatori plot is the beginning of a chain of events that will lead Emmrich to a dark figure from his past. It is as I said then. They're giving every single companion their own villain. Why? It's just confusing. Neve is hardened. After experiencing the Bloody Dragon attacking Mirathus, Neve is less trusting and more self-reliant. Her damaging abilities are increased, but she will no longer use supporting abilities. And relation progress is low. Good.
Did I see you writing a message to the Inquisition? What's that about?
What?
You know, Varric and I were part of the Inquisition, right? I'm trying to get news about the South. But Charter hasn't replied to any of my messages. I'm trying not to worry about what's happening there, but... No, it's probably fine. Charter's just busy. She's always busy.
Charter? Who's that?
She's the Inquisition's spy master. Or she would be, if there was still an Inquisition. I suppose she just works for the Inquisitor now?
The Inquisitor.
I haven't heard much about the Inquisition in years.
Oh, that's intentional. When the breach was open, we needed a large group to stop Southern Thedas from falling into chaos. It's changed in the years since. We're a smaller force working underground to keep an eye on things going on in the world.
Should I be worried?
A spy master? She doesn't know things about me, does she? Do I need to worry?
Charter probably knows everything about you. Oh, but she's not going to use it against you. I mean, if you behave.
So how long were you with the Inquisition? 10 years?
Something like that. Why?
You must know the Inquisitor.
Well, yeah, we worked together. I wasn't part of the Inquisitor's inner circle, though.
You kind of were.
I spent more time with the ordinary people, the ones you didn't hear about.
What about the advisors?
And the Inquisitor's advisors? What about them?
Of all of them, I'd say Josephine is my favorite. She's lovely. She still sends me a box of handmade sweets from Val Royeaux every year on my name day. Cullen and I got along too.
Oh, I miss
but
Cullen.
He was always busy. He would have bad days from lyrium withdrawal sometimes. And I would share the tea that my ma sent. He's from Ferelden too. Maybe it reminded him of home.
What about Liliana? I heard she's intense.
I think she likes to cultivate that reputation. She's not nearly as terrifying as she sounds. Oh, I passed her in the Great Hall one day, and she suddenly turned and asked me if I wanted a nug.
Yeah.
A nug? Those small pink rodent things? What for?
She loved them and made a hobby of breeding them as pets.
So did you take the nug?
No! What am I gonna do with a nug?
Love it. Shares it. And the inner circle?
But you did know people from the Inquisitor's inner circle, didn't you?
I knew them, sure, but those early days, all I wanted was to prove myself and not get in anyone's way. Some of them were more approachable than others. Sarah was a puppy with a new
I hate
toy.
and love her.
100 new toys. Fun, if you can handle the mess. She was really the only one who could make Rainier, well, Blackwall then, let down his guard. Otherwise, he kept to himself and stuck to the stables. We'd talk when I visited the horses. And there was Cole, of course.
Cole!
The spirit boy?
Yep. I was just sitting on the walls one day, and he asked if he could join my game.
Like a card game?
Nah, just good old people watching. Must have seemed like a game to him somehow. We'd pick strangers out of the crowd and try to say something about them. Like, ooh, she heard the joke yesterday and she's still trying not to laugh. Or one of Cole's. His eyes remind her of the ones beneath her bed.
Eyes under the bed? What?
Who stores eyes under their bed? I'm partial to a nice wall display myself.
Well, that's one interpretation that never occurred to me. Thanks.
You're welcome. Wasn't Cole an empath? He must have been great at this game.
Ah, but the rule was you couldn't say anything you actually knew. He got it in the end. I think.
So you didn't ask him if you guessed right?
Well, being right wasn't the point. Making a habit of seeing people was. I think he liked that. It's why you don't miss.
Do you miss the Inquisition, Harding? You better do.
Do you miss it? The Inquisition, I mean.
It's hard to miss an organization. They're only as good as their people, don't you think? But I do miss my friends. We write each other, but it's not the same. And the Inquisition is different from what we've built here. Not better or worse, just different.
It was better.
It's special when you're among people working toward the same goal.
Not everyone. There was Solus. What did you really think of him back then?
Lonely.
Why did
He
they never
always
mention the bull?
seemed lonely. It's hard not to be when you hold yourself above everyone else.
He's a jerk.
You mean it's hard not to be lonely when you're a pompous ass?
Something like that.
You can say it, you know. Try it out. Solus is a pompous ass.
Maybe he is, but I can still feel sorry for him, can't I? Anyway, I'm sure something out there's on fire, and here I am rambling about the past. I should let you go. Talk later?
This was the only moment in this game so far that I have actually felt happiness. Harding talking about her days in the Inquisition. But why didn't she mention Bull? Are they trying to make it seem like he didn't exist? That sucks. But because we had such a happy moment these few seconds, I'm gonna end it here. Why not end with a smile? One that's actually kinda positive. Cole, I miss him. In the comments below, tell me who you loved the most from the other games. All three of them. From the actual, Dragon Age games. Was it Cole, Colin, Sten, like anyone? Who was your favorite characters in the other games? Of course, you can add in yourself, but for the funsies. And of course, if you like this video, make sure to leave a like, a thumbs up. Leave a like, subscribe, a comment, and share this with a friend. And I will try to power through this game as quickly as possible so we can go back and look at more fonder memories. Bye, guys!